Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Let's dive into the world of Hellboy, the iconic demon hero with a big heart and an even bigger right hand. Whether you're a longtime fan or just getting to know him, there are some incredible things about this character that might surprise you. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Now let's get into it. His origin. Hellboy was originally destined to bring about the apocalypse when he arrived on Earth, but things took a different turn when Allied forces rescued him during World War II. He was raised by Professor Broom, the founder of the B.P.R.D, who gave him the name Hellboy. Professor Broom treated him as his own son and helped him harness his powers. Hellboy grew quickly, showing a lot of curiosity and energy. He had a particular fascination with mechanical objects, though his stone hand often ended up smashing them. The U.S. president requested that Professor Broom keep Hellboy's existence a secret, with the government taking care of the situation. However, despite being classified, Hellboy met quite a few people. One notable encounter was with Einstein during a trip to New Mexico, where they spent an afternoon together. Hellboy is well aware that he's a secret weapon for the U.S. When Hellboy learned that Professor Broom had cancer, he also discovered the truth about his own origins. This knowledge sparked an internal conflict between the fate he was meant to fulfill and the path he believed was right. He constantly struggles to understand his identity and whether his heart is in the right place. In 1952, Hellboy was officially granted honorary human status and became a field agent for the B.P.R.D. He would go on to be the lead agent, working alongside Abe Sapien, Elizabeth Sherman, and Roger. His real name is Anung Unrama. Personal information. Hellboy stands at an impressive 7 feet tall, 2.13 meters, and weighs around 400 pounds, 181 kilograms. He has striking yellow eyes and jet black hair. What really sets him apart, though, are his distinctly demonic features. His bright red skin, a long tail, cloven hooves, and his iconic horns, which he typically files down to stubs. One of his most notable traits is his right hand of doom, a massive stone hand with immense power. This hand is nearly indestructible and holds a mysterious connection to his destiny, as it's believed to be a key in unleashing the apocalypse. Despite his intimidating appearance, Hellboy has a more down-to-earth personality, blending his imposing form with a surprisingly relatable attitude. Powers and abilities. Hellboy's superhuman abilities come from his demonic nature, making him far stronger than any ordinary human. While he can be injured, he possesses a healing factor, much like Wolverine from the X-Men, allowing him to recover from wounds at an impressive speed. He also has the unique ability to understand ancient and magical languages. Hellboy has taken brutal beatings from enormous monsters on multiple occasions and managed to survive, often walking away with relatively minor injuries. While the full extent of his strength isn't exactly defined, he has been shown to uproot massive trees and hurl them at his enemies, as well as lift giant stones with ease. One interesting aspect of Hellboy is the way he ages. Even though he appeared as a fully grown adult in 1954, he was actually only around 10 years old. His rapid physical development contrasts with his aging process, which is much slower than that of a human. By the time he reached 60, Hellboy seemed to stop aging entirely, remaining at his peak physical condition for decades. Weaponry. Hellboy is renowned for wielding a range of weapons and mystical items in his battle against evil. Among his most notable gear is the Samaritan, an enormous and incredibly powerful gun known for its brutal strength. This weapon is Hellboy's primary choice for firepower, capable of taking down formidable foes with ease. Another significant item in his arsenal is the right hand of doom, his indestructible stone hand. This hand isn't just a physical weapon, it's also a symbol of his complex destiny. Hellboy uses it to deliver powerful blows and as a defensive tool in combat. In addition to these, Hellboy employs various charms and gadgets depending on the situation. For instance, he carries a gold cross strapped to his belt, a gift from his earthly father, Professor Broom. This item often serves as a protective talisman and a reminder of his origins. Though rarely used, Hellboy also possesses a Smith & Wesson M29 revolver. While not his primary weapon, it's a reliable backup for when he needs extra firepower. Each of these items reflects Hellboy's blend of mystical heritage and practical combat skills, making him a versatile and formidable opponent. The right hand of Doom. Hellboy's right hand of Doom is virtually indestructible, and he often relies on it for defense. It's said to be the key to bringing about Armageddon and has shown various mystical abilities. While the full extent of its powers remains unknown, it's clear that the hand holds immense strength and significance. However, the right hand of Doom does come with its drawbacks. Hellboy is unable to wield the Samaritan with his right hand, and the sheer size and toughness of the hand make it quite uncomfortable for everyday tasks. Despite these limitations, it's one of Hellboy's most powerful and iconic assets. BPRD. The BPRD, Bureau for Paranormal Research and Defense, was established in late 1944 by Professor Trevor Bruttenholm. The need for this organization arose when Nazi Germany began using mystical objects and weapons against their enemies. Bruttenholm continued to serve as the director of the BPRD until the late 1950s. The current director is Dr. Thomas Manning, who expanded the Bureau by recruiting agents with special abilities. The first to join was Liz Sherman, followed by Abe Sapien. The BPRD is recognized by numerous governments and agencies worldwide, and it maintains good relationships with most of them, with the exceptions of China and the CIA. Religion. Despite his demonic origins, Hellboy was raised in a Catholic environment by Professor Trevor Bruttenholm. He developed a deep respect for religious traditions, which often brings him into conflict with his apocalyptic destiny. Hellboy struggles with the idea that he's meant to bring about the end of the world, choosing instead to align himself with humanity and fight for its preservation. His internal battle between what he was born to do and what he believes is right drives much of his character's complexity. Hellboy often leans on his upbringing, using faith as a guide to navigate the challenges of his existence, even though he knows he's different from those around him. Death and resurrection. In strange places, Hellboy meets his end at the hands of an ancient creature, but his journey doesn't stop there. He is brought back to life by a witch doctor, a resurrection that comes with its own consequences. Along with Hellboy's return, a long-dead mystic is also revived, revealing the true nature of the right hand of Doom and its immense destructive power. This resurrection deepens Hellboy's struggle with his fate, as he learns more about the apocalyptic role he's destined to play. The experience further blurs the line between his existence as a protector of humanity and the inevitable force of destruction tied to his hand. Baba Yaga. During one of his missions, Hellboy shot out the eye of the Russian witch Baba Yaga, sparking a deep-seated grudge that has fueled a long-standing rivalry. Baba Yaga, known for her formidable magical abilities and sinister reputation, harbors intense resentment towards Hellboy for this act. Their animosity has persisted over the years, with Baba Yaga frequently seeking revenge. She has become one of Hellboy's most persistent and dangerous adversaries, using her dark powers and cunning to challenge him. This ongoing conflict highlights the complex and often personal nature of Hellboy's battles against supernatural forces. Revelation about the sword. In the Wild Hunt, Hellboy encounters the legendary sword Excalibur, which brings with it a surprising revelation. He is suggested as the potential successor to the throne of England. This proposal of royalty comes with a heavy burden, as it challenges Hellboy's sense of identity and destiny. Initially, Hellboy is reluctant to accept this monumental role, struggling with the idea of becoming a king and the responsibilities that come with it. However, when his friend Alice is in danger, Hellboy takes up the sword in a desperate bid to save her. This act signifies his acceptance of his fate and responsibilities, showing his willingness to embrace his role in the grand scheme of things, even if it's a role he never sought. This moment highlights Hellboy's internal conflict between his personal desires and his duty to those he cares about. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Hellboy's world, be sure to hit that like button. Your support really helps us out and lets us know that you want more content like this. Also, if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. By subscribing, you'll stay updated with all our latest videos, bringing you more exciting content about your favorite characters. We'd love to hear from you too. Drop a comment below and let us know which Hellboy fact surprised you the most, or if there's anything else you'd like to see us cover. Your feedback is incredibly valuable and helps us create videos that you'll love. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.